Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Short and simple movie reviews. Hosted by Andy and Yasmin. Answering the question, is this movie for you?
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Is This Movie For You podcast. It's the podcast that reviews movies simply and answers if the movie is for you. My name is Andy. Over there is Yasmin once again. And this time around we have reviewed Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. Planets.
That is some good computer sound effects there.
Thank you, I did it live. It's because it was an epic movie of epic proportions.
Really was an epic sci-fi movie.
It certainly was. And we saw it in 3D as well.
We did. I actually love this movie in 3D.
I kind of didn't know what to expect with 3D because I haven't seen a 3D movie in so long.
Neither have I. I really can't remember the last 3D movie I saw.
Yeah, me neither. So let's move on, hey? All right, so this movie, it's a sci-fi.
Sci-fi, set in the 28th century. It follows two special space agents through space. And, you know, they're just doing what special agents do, saving the universe and all that sort of thing, fighting bad guys.
Yeah, and there's always a romantic little line there as well.
There is. The two main characters are played by Cara Delevingne and Dane DeHaan, a young guy and girl. And so, of course, their hormones are raging and they end up falling in love.
Yeah, they do, and it's a pretty picture. So, Cara, you would have seen her in Paper Towns.
She's got the best eyebrows going around.
Yeah, you did say that halfway through the movie you stopped. You turned to me and you said, I am eyebrow jealous. Is that what you said?
Yeah, eyebrow goals.
Eyebrow goals, for sure. You would have seen Cara in Suicide Squad, Pan as well. Dane, he's in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And, of course, it was a cast of 1,000 amazing people. Rihanna's in it.
Yes, I didn't even know she was in this until she was literally on the screen.
Yeah, and you could tell by the rest of, like, everyone else in the movie cinema was like, oh, it's Rihanna.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my Lord, she's in here. John Goodman is good too.
Yes.
Who's very good. Ethan Hawke's in there as well.
Did you know that this movie is based on a French comic book series called Valerian and Laureline?
Really?
Yes, which are the two main characters of the movie.
Yes, Laureline. Such an old name, isn't it, for a 28th century movie?
Yes, well, maybe they're back to the classic names.
Yeah, it's like
There's a big circle.
It's a circle of life. There's many storylines going on here, right?
It is. It's a visually amazing movie. The CGI is done so well, and the creator of this movie has spent so much time creating all these special little worlds for you to dive into.
Yeah, and being 3D when we saw it, it was epic. It was like those 4D rides at a theme park, you know, like as you fly through the air, you're like, whoa, things come out of nowhere.
Yeah, you'd be looking from left to right and sort of noticing all the different things.
Yeah.
You really did feel like you were in this massive other universe and you could go to all the different planets and that sort of thing.
The attention to detail was amazing. It wasn't like a Godzilla movie in the 1930s. It was nothing like that at all.
The thing I liked about this movie is there's sort of something for everyone. If you enjoy a bit of a love story like Twilight and that sort of thing, there's definitely that aspect to it.
Good cop, bad cop as well.
Good cop, bad cop. There's
saving the world storyline.
Yes, if you love your sci-fi and your CGI, you're going to love this movie. If you love 3D movies, definitely head along. I think this is a good movie for families to take older kids to, like teenagers and that sort of thing. If you love Twilight, I think you'd like this. It's got a bit of an action thing happening, saving the world. It's almost got a Stargate feel to it in some points. Yeah,
it does. And I think it's a good entry-level film for anyone that's not too sure about sci-fi, because I remember you said that you were not a fan of sci-fi movies
I
don't
love sci-fi.
And I was like, no.
But I actually loved this movie. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, you walked out with a big smile on your face.
I did. I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah, so I think anyone that's not too sure about sci-fi movies, this is a really good way to get into them. Because you'll totally be sucked in once you walk out. And also, anyone that loves just real high detail, sort of like encapsulating movie that will just like, it takes you into the world. Like it really does.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You definitely won't be checking your phone or anything like that through this movie. You don't want to miss any part of it.
The only thing with 3D is about halfway through, I did wipe my eyes.
Yeah, my eyes were a little bit tired.
Yeah. Oh, poor thing. That's all right, but it was so good. So good. Ratings-wise, hot dogs time, everybody. Here comes a drum roll.
That was good.
Thank you very much. Got the old ice cream container out again. How many hot dogs out of 5, Yasmin?
I'm going to give it 4 hot dogs out of 5, Andy.
4 hot dogs out of 5.
4 hot dogs. Get your knife and fork. This is a good movie.
Yeah, no, that's very good considering you weren't a fan of sci-fi movies in the first place, like we just said. I'm going to give it 4.5.
Oh, Andy's going 4.5.
4.5 hot dogs, yes. 4.5 hot dogs. Now, I've followed Star Wars and sci-fi movies along the way, right? Have never really checked out Star Trek, to be honest. But,
no, neither have I.
Yeah, try to give them all a good go. But this was really one that it may be because it's 3D. I'm not too sure. Or like new animation and new CGI and all that sort of gear. But I think
if you loved Avatar,
Yep.
and Avatar sort of hit, kicked so many goals with pretty much all audiences. I
Yes.
feel like this was along the same lines of that.
Yeah, and also like we always say, definitely go check it out if they've got the big speakers. So like your Dolby Atmos, stuff like that. You want to blow your mind with this sort of movie. You want to have every single of the extra bits, if you know what I'm saying. So, but you've got an extra good little tip.
If you're going to see this in 3D, definitely sit a bit closer to the screen than you normally would.
Yeah.
You're going to feel like the movie's really engulfing you. You're going to be looking left to right at all the things coming towards you. It's going to be awesome, but don't sit right up the back.
Yeah, because we were a little bit at the back at the start, and I'm glad you pulled me up and said, Andy, we're moving forward a few
We
sets.
did. We disturbed everyone in the cinema and we moved forward. Totally worth it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. There's the review of Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
Definitely one to check out, guys.
Oh, yes, it is. Thank you to G Filmhouse Adelaide for letting us into the cinema.
And not kicking us out.
Yeah. And also, if you want to review it, hit us up in the comments, or you can send us a message as well at Is This Movie For You on Instagram, Facebook as well, and of course OzcastNetwork.com if you want to check out any of the previous episodes.
And we're super excited to see some of the new movies coming out at the moment, guys, so definitely keep an eye out for our new episodes.
Yes. All right, well, there you go. There's another review done and dusted. We'll see you very soon at the movies.
See you there.
Is This Movie For You podcast is part of the Ozcast Network.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to OzcastNetwork.com for details.